This is the beginning video of getting out at the Garndale Civic Center. As you can see, you can easily pull up to the front, and if you got close enough, you could pull right out to the entrance. Thankfully, there is no big lumps you would have to get over, and the doors are fairly accessible. These are the bathrooms in the Civic Center. Obviously, there's one handicap bathroom, and thankfully there is a rail and everything is low enough for you to get. However, once you get over to the sinks, all of them are fairly high, so if you were in a wheelchair, you may not be able to reach them. Also, the door is not easily accessible. This right here is the hallway that enters to where the exercise room is into the other rooms of the area. Thankfully, it's very large and would be easily accessible. Right now, they have a bunch of old and extra equipment that are blocking the hallways, so that is always a hazard to keep those. Thankfully, they offer a lot of exercise classes, and I talked to the lady, and they offer one exercise class that's specifically for physically disabled individuals. Also, she said all of their instructors are trained and could easily modify any exercise for any physically disabled people or anyone that might need accommodations. This is the area where they keep exercise balls and the racquetball room. These are the balls that they use to adapt to any type of exercises that they may do in their fitness classes. Also, the racquetball room is open to the public, and they can teach you how to use that in there. A lot of this equipment is what they use if they need any type of accommodations in any of their fitness classes. This is the Free Weight Fitness Center. Everything is spaced out enough where wheelchair users could go through and have plenty of room to exercise freely. This is the gym area that is easily accessible along with the walking track above the gym. That unfortunately is not accessible as there are no elevators in the facility. This is how you exit in one of the handicap exits. And it's very easy to get out of. However, none of the doors are automatic. However, there is a ramp next to, and the doors open easy once you get on that. So it is accessible. However, it is not fully accessible, I would say. This is the outdoor to one of the side parking lots. This is the ramp that goes right out there. This is the area that is for staff only and some of the few handicap spots. There are handicap spots in the main parking lot, but not as many. This door is very easily accessible and could be better for if it was open towards the public. However, it isn't, and I think that should be one of the things that they should change, because this door is very easy to get into, and it is universally designed so everyone can use the ramp to get up and no accommodations are needed. The great thing about the Garndale Civic Center is that there's a lot of open areas. So as you can see right here is all of these are outdoor walking trails, and throughout the whole entire establishment there are other walking trails. So there are sidewalks everywhere, and also a new ordinance in the city has allowed for more walking trails. So all of the walking trails, when I look through, are handicap accessible. If you wanted to do, there's no big turns, everything's flat and everything's paved over. So that is really good. Thankfully, this part is also home to almost all community sanctioned events. So throughout the time, even at Christmas, festivals, this is the main center of the community, which is really good because most of the building is handicap accessible. There is an upstairs floor that's mainly for storage, so there is not an elevator. So that is one thing, that there's not an elevator. So if an employee was physically disabled, they unfortunately could not go upstairs nor go on the upstairs walking track. But the gym is accessible, and as you can see on the sidewalk that I'm walking on, that is accessible. And then there's a very big amount of open area that is able to go through along with the sidewalk that leads directly in the door. Lastly, you can see the outdoor of the area. Thankfully, there are many doors and access points that allows this building to be universally designed. However, there are many things that should be changed and could be accommodated to help people who are physically disabled or need any type of accommodations. This is the outdoor of the sidewalk or the parking lot that leads right up to the sidewalk. As you can see, there are only a few handicap spots and many spots. However, with the amount of doors there are, thankfully there's parking all around the building that can be accessible.